likes soccer? Oh, a lot of you. Okay. What's your favorite soccer team? Chelsea, Man United, Liverpool. We would fight for it. Our football team, our soccer team. But for our own deen, where's the noise? Where's the noise, people? You're going to support Liverpool. David Beckham, Messi. The guys who support Liverpool will be debating with the guys who support Man United. You might not speak to your friend. If you support Liverpool, he supports Man United, and you lost 6-1. You won't speak to each other for a week. Look, the truth of such a small thing, we will fight for it. Defend it with our soul, with our intellect, with our eloquence. But what about the thing that defines who you are, people? Your own religion. Islam. We're on the defensive when it comes to Islam. Think about that, people. It is profound. How important is Allah to us, to our own hearts? This is a big important thing. Because at the end of the day, this life is very quick. I was 18 just a few years ago. I'm 31 now. Also, you have to understand the importance of the deen for yourself. Make the stance today. Is Islam important to me? Or is it just like another religion? Is it something I do on Friday? Is it something I do because my parents did it? And is it something that I do because it's an identity thing? I'm Somali Muslim. I'm Desi Muslim. Is Islam just an identity thing for you? Like you put a hat on and you go out and you wear it? This is shallow, people. Is this the truth for you? Is this your worldview? Do you really believe there is a creator for the whole universe? And that He's the only one that deserves to be worshipped? And worship meaning a comprehensive thing, that we don't refer to our egos anymore, but we refer to the divine. We free ourselves from our own egos and desires. We free ourselves from social pressure. We free ourselves from social conditioning. We free ourselves from the boys next door, because they want me to look like the way they look. Conformity thing. How are we going to free ourselves from these things? By referring ourselves to Allah. Allah says that He sent the Prophet to free ourselves from the burdens. These burdens, they mean the burden to society. Many of us look exactly the same, people. You have the goths that hang around with the goths. And you have the punks that hang around with the punks. And the cribs, they hang around with the cribs. And the bloods, they hang around with the blood. Because we always want to be the same. We always want to follow the peer pressure. And even in our own families, oh, I can't wear the same outfit again to that wedding. What are they going to say? I can't marry my daughter to this really pious, excellent man, because he doesn't have a bigger bank account. What are people going to say? This is the reality, people. Even with our studies. How was his grades? Yeah, he got A stars. But he got all C's. You've heard this before. Just to show a face. Look at these ridiculous burdens we put on ourselves just to conform to what? To human beings, to people just like us. That doesn't really mean anything. So what? Is Allah going to ask you in the Day of Judgment what grades you got? Or what color your husband was? Or how much money he had in his bank account? Bad news, people. The biggest destroyer of families, the biggest destroyers of societies, the biggest destroyers of nations. Allah mentions this. Don't have civilizational and social arrogance. Look what happened to people before you. It doesn't mean nothing. So this is why the Prophet came to us, to remove us from these burdens. To say there are higher goals that we should have. أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. That's what Allah says about us. We're here for the people. Not min al-nas, not from the people, but for them. So it means we have a position of spiritual leadership. We should be the leaders, people. Why is Somalia, 10 million people are hungry, starving because of no food? When 10 million people in your own country, in America, are dying because of too much food, obesity. We are to blame because we have the solution. I don't think there's not enough needs, we have to compete for food and resources all the time. That's outdated cliche. That doesn't work anymore. According to the Food Agriculture Organization, there's enough food on this planet to feed 3 planets. So what's the solution? It's not more resources, it's distribution. And what did your Prophet tell you about distribution? Zakah, sadaqah. Taking from the super rich and giving to the poor. The distribution of wealth. Islam solved this problem years ago. In New York, in Wall Street. non-Muslim woman. She's holding a placard. Do you know what it says? We must do banking the Muslim way. They're telling us that we have the solution and we don't even know it. Do you see my point? Be proud of your religion, people.